what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, as you guys can already tell by that title and that thumbnail, you already know what's going on today. We're going to be installing a carbon fiber steering wheel on my F80 M3. I am super excited about this mod. I've been sleeping on the steering wheel mod with my F30 and my F80, but I can't wait to show you guys what I got. Can't wait to put it on. This is definitely a game changer, kind of end goal mod for me. Because the steering wheel, something you look at, you feel, and you interact with every time you get in the car. Steering wheel, something you hold, something you look at, something that you're gonna use every single day and touch and feel. It's gonna be such a game changer in the interior and just the whole driving experience altogether. So yeah, let me show you guys what I got. I am super pumped about it. If this is your first time watching, I invite you to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for future content. Kona helping, as always. In every video, gotta have the mascots, Aston or Kona, in the video. But this is what you guys came here to see. You guys obviously already saw the montage or the B-roll that I put in the beginning of this video. So the cat's already out of the bag. I already posted on my Instagram story as well. Not gonna bore you guys with that. But here is the hype. We have a carbon fiber steering wheel that I got actually off of Amazon. I guess a misconception that everybody has is carbon wheels, you know, cost an arm and a leg, which most of them do if you buy them from all the main vendors, I guess on Instagram, and that everybody knows. You're looking to pay between like $700 and like $1,500. But I'll tell you guys this right now, I only paid $420 for this steering wheel. Shipped to my house within a week. Trying to break, I guess, the meta of steering wheels, especially carbon fiber ones, have to break the bank. This one by no means broke my bank, and I think it's worth the amount of money that I spent. I'll have it linked in the description below. It'll be the first link. Yeah, let's get this unboxed for you and give you guys a sneak peek. Let's go, baby. So I opted for the blue stripe. If you guys are new to the channel, my interior is kind of decked out with a blue theme right now, which I'll show you guys in just a moment. But here it is. The carbon fiber steering wheel. I am so freaking happy about this mod. Can't wait to install it. Can't wait to just go around and drive. The feel, the finish, let me go through it for you guys. The carbon fiber, first of all, is immaculate. The gloss carbon is just beautiful. It has some hand grooves for your fingers up on top, which go perfectly, you know, with the 12 o'clock position. But the best position I've noticed so far is if you have your hands right here, there's a place for your thumbs to grip up top, down below, and it just feels so good on your fingers behind. It just feels like a solid, firm, thick wheel. Full race car mode engaged. I can't wait to drive with this thing on. It feels so much better than the stock wheel that I have on now with the wrap. Don't get me wrong, I love the wrap that I had, but I definitely didn't take care of it enough. But I'm definitely gonna take care of this wheel. I mean, it is just beautiful. Comment down below what you guys think about this wheel. I know carbon wheels aren't for everybody, but I've always wanted a carbon wheel since I got my F80. Obviously the LED shift light wheel would be dope, but those, you know, retail around like $1,100, like $1,000 used. And in the used market right now, a lot of people are getting scammed on Facebook and even on Beamer posts, even using PayPal goods and services. So I just opted for this one because I didn't want to deal with any of that nonsense. And I am super happy with my decision. So the reason why I want to install the steering wheel now is because we have a rally this upcoming Saturday, and obviously I want the new steering wheel in before then. For those of you guys that are new, this is my old steering wheel. It is a wrap off of Amazon that I did probably a year ago or so, and as you guys can see, the leather and the suede or Alcantara has not held up because I haven't really taken care of it. But if you guys can see, I am going for, you know, the blue theme inside the car, which I think looks sick. But yeah, this steering wheel is going to complement everything so well because I think with the carbon paddles that I have from Carbonex Auto, as well as the M Performance carbon trim that I have from F8x Freaks, I think it's going to tie in so well together, as well as the blue M1 and M2 buttons. Overall, this install should be pretty easy. I've taken my wheel out a couple times, but I'll give you guys a run through of how to do it yourself. Alright, for this mod, you're gonna need a 10mm socket. You're gonna need maybe like a pick tool or something skinny, which I have really small attachments right here for this screwdriver. You're gonna need a T20 and probably a screwdriver as well. So I have this one with all these different attachments that I could use. In order to take the airbag out, you're gonna need something like a long flathead. In this case, I don't have a flathead, so I'm just gonna use a normal one, which has worked fine for me in the past. And then you're gonna need like a breaker bar to take off the steering wheel itself and take that nut off. I believe it's like a 16 millimeter, but I will confirm with you guys when I get in the car. And then I also have an impact gun just in case. But I've done this before with just a breaker bar, and that's all you really need. All right, first step is you're gonna wanna take out your negative terminal on your battery, which is in the back right here. I can't show you the whole trunk because I got my fiance's Christmas presents in the trunk, and she does watch these videos, so I don't want to give anything away, obviously. But you're going to want to unscrew the negative terminal, which is over here, held on by a 10 millimeter. And then what I like to do is take a microfiber and kind of set that negative side in here so it doesn't touch anything. There's no other contact points, and that'll disengage your battery. And also what I like to do is put a microfiber right here, as everybody does on YouTube, just in case you close your trunk, or maybe your significant other closes your trunk. All right, next you're gonna take your long flathead, or in this case a screwdriver, and then you're gonna insert it right here into the back of the steering wheel. You're gonna feel it connect to a spring, which you're gonna have to push down and pull on the airbag at the same time in order for it to release. This is probably the hardest part of taking your wheel off, but I will explain it once I get the airbag out, and I'll give you guys a better visual representation of what I'm actually doing. But there is one on each side, and you're gonna wanna just pull one side of the airbag out at one time, and then do it on the other side, and then the airbag should come out. All right, so once the airbag is out, you wanna put it in a safe location. Here's what I'm gonna show you now. Right here is what actually holds in the airbag, that little silver clip slash spring. And then right here is where you're gonna be inserting the screwdriver or flathead into the back of the steering wheel. As you guys can see, I'm pushing it inwards, and that is gonna release the top of the airbag, which will allow you to pull out each side one at a time. This is the trickiest part that gets everyone kind of stuck on taking off their steering wheel for the first time. It's really not that bad after you do it once. All right, next that's gonna reveal the 16 millimeter bolt that we need to take off. You can either hold the steering wheel with your knees and use a breaker bar, or if you have an impact gun, obviously you can use that. And it should come right off. And then you also want to put this in a safe location as well. I'm just going to put it down right next to the airbag. So the only thing holding the steering wheel in after that are these two wire connections right here, which you can just, you know, pinch and pull out. They come out pretty easily. This one you have to give it a little more sauce, but they do come out fairly easily. And then now you can take your wheel off just like that. So once you have the steering wheel off, I'm gonna take off the steering wheel trim right here, which is held in by a T20 right there, and then another one right there. And then it's also held in a third one right on the back right there. After you take off the steering wheel trim, which is right here, it snaps right off, comes off pretty easily. You're gonna see two more T20s right here that hold in the paddle shift modules. So what you're gonna do is unscrew those. So once those T20s are out, the paddle shifters are just gonna dangle on the wire connections that they're on, and that's gonna expose these two T20s on each side. I already took off this one. This T20 is actually what holds in the buttons from the front. So you just wanna unscrew those real quick, which I just did. Now the button and connections are free to move around. So yeah, this is like my first time actually gutting the interior of a wheel and transferring it over to another one. So we're gonna be removing all the wires from this wheel as well as this plate, I believe, and moving it to the new wheel. There's also a ground wire right here, and then another ground plug right here. But honestly, I saw a couple videos on YouTube and it looked pretty freaking easy. I mean, I would say I have a degree in YouTube because YouTube has taught me everything when it comes to working on my car. So anything's possible. Sorry, I don't have a tripod right now to show you guys, you know, everything that I'm doing, but I am gonna try to walk you through as best as I can, so bear with me. So the next thing we're gonna do is unscrew this ground screw right here, holding in the wire harness, so that will free up these connections here. So once that screw is out, there's a bunch of little hooks and tabs that these wires are kind of stuck on, and you're just gonna wanna unravel them, obviously. There's also this ground wire right here that you're just gonna pull out, and that's gonna free up basically this entire wire harness. And then this solid plastic piece right here, I think it's just held in by grooves, just slides right off. It's held in kind of by like these T-design plastic tabs that just kind of slide in, so you just pull that up. So basically these wires are kind of like hooked over under like certain tabs, so all you have to do is just snake them out. This blue connection is actually what holds in the paddle shifter. What I'm going to do is unplug this and then run this wire through the hole, and that's going to free up the paddle. Also, before you take off the paddle shifter tabs, they're held in by like these plastic locks right here. It's just a clip. Just clip it up and it snaps right off, and that's, I guess, to just make sure that they stay in place. And then on this side, it actually holds in these two together. But now you should be able to unplug each of the paddle shifter connections, which will free them from the back. All right, the fiance is taking a swing at it because I cannot get these blue connectors that hold the paddle shifter in out for the life of me. And every DIY video I feel like on YouTube that I've already watched kind of skips over this part, so we're trying to figure it out. Shout out to my fiance, always helping. All right, after a quick intermission, I finally figured out how to take these off. I mean, I think on YouTube, like, no one really talks about it. They kind of skip over this part, but basically you want to insert a pick tool right in the middle, right here. And that is what is holding in this tab right here. So basically I inserted a super skinny flathead right here, pushed down until the tab released, then the tab went out. And then same situation for this connection right here, which is for your heated steering wheel. So that'll be right here. And then if you have vibration, which my car does not, that'll be right here, held in by another separate clip that you can just take off. And then just to show you guys, the connector just pulls right out, set them to the side. And then this whole wire harness in the front should come right off, which it does. And that leaves us just this plate that we need to transfer to the new wheel. And then sadly, if you guys are upgrading to a carbon wheel, or most aftermarket wheels actually, you're gonna have to give up the heated steering wheel function, which I am absolutely bummed about. Even though we live in Florida, I still use this all the time when it's cold out, even if it's a little chilly. Coming home from work, coming home from class, I love my heated steering wheel, but that is the price we pay to switch over to the carbon boys. Let's go though. This thing is just so fucking sexy. Can't wait to put it on. And then the last thing we need to do is transfer over this plate, which helps hold the airbag, which is where we talked about in the beginning of this video with the springs. And that's held in by 3 T20s as well. And to give you guys a better idea of what I was talking about earlier with the airbag, basically your little flathead or screwdriver is gonna go in here, release the spring that holds the airbag, and you're gonna pull out at the same time. So that is what it looks like from the back, to give you guys a more visual representation. But now we're gonna kind of assemble everything in reverse order. Now that I'm dealing with the carbon wheel and the new Alcantara, your boy put on gloves because I don't want any grease or anything to get on them before I protect it with ceramic coating, as well as some color lock that I'm borrowing from my boy Towson's, aka Jonathan. Danny's actually coming over tomorrow to work on his car again, and we're going to put some color lock over here on the Alcantara, and then we're going to ceramic coat the carbon as well to protect it, give it that extra added level of protection. All right, just repeated the steps in reverse order, and all we have left now is the M Performance carbon fiber steering wheel trim, which is gonna look sick. Sheesh. Sheesh. That looks so hard. Let's go. Just like that, the wheel is all put together, and look at how freaking beautiful that is. Holy shit. Honestly, the steering wheel trim was the best part, the most satisfying part, because it just ties in the whole wheel. But look at that. Carbon, carbon, carbon. And the sides are just beautiful. Man, this is sick. I was gonna put the wheel back in the car for you guys, but since Danny's actually coming over tomorrow, he's bringing the color lock from Jonathan, and then we're also gonna ceramic coat it. I'm actually just gonna leave the wheel off for now, and then I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. All right, it is the next day. Danny just back in the shop.
What up?
You already know. He's working on his side skirts, and he's also, what else are you doing?
Yeah, just the side skirts. So the 3M started failing. So just so you guys know, if you're buying 3M on Amazon, they sell 3M and they market it as the same way, like the automotive type of 3M. But you see this light gray color on this side of the 3M, and then you have like the black 3M. So this is the automotive grade that they sell at like AutoZone. So if you ever see this gray like VHB tape 3M, don't buy it. It does not hold. Buy the automotive stuff. So here, actually, let me show you guys.
Basically any 3M that comes with carbon fiber kits or from China, don't use their 3M. Go to the store.
Exactly, buy this.
And
it's
get the strong
black shit. And you will never get it off once you put it back on.
Oh yeah.
It will hold anything.
So we installed these side skirts last week, but one side is starting to peel, so he's over here now replacing that. And then we may or may not crank up or crank down his driver's side rear so it matches the fitment on the other side. And then as I said yesterday, he brought over the collar lock from Towson's, aka Jonathan. Shout out to you. And then we're going to be applying that onto the carbon wheel today, as well as maybe ceramic coating it, because Danny brought that over as well.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. All right, so we're going to be installing this color lock onto the Alcantara sides of the steering wheel. Basically, this makes fabric and microfibers like Alcantara and leather, water, and stain resistant. So we're just going to spray a light coat on the outside and then on the edges over here. And then once that dries up, we'll flip it over and then spray a coat on the bottom and probably do 1 or 2 coats. All right, so now that that's done, we're gonna let that dry. Danny is putting some adhesion promoter on before he puts the 3M.
It's supposed to work, never used it before, but
yeah, we'll find out. And then I just flipped over the wheel. I'm gonna apply some more color lock to this side, let that dry, and then maybe apply a second coat. But already the Alcantara looks mint. Obviously it's brand new, so it should look mint, but it looks mint, and hopefully it's gonna feel and stay protected after this solution. The color lock is now on the wheel, on the Alcantara on the sides. I let that dry for like a good hour. And now Danny and I are gonna apply ceramic coating to the carbon up top and probably on the bottom. But honestly, I'm only concerned about the top because that's obviously what's gonna be exposed to the sun when I'm parked outside, which is very rare. But a mask off part of the wheel, obviously, that we don't want any of the ceramic to get on, because he said that's the last thing you want to happen.
Exactly. You get that on anything other than clear coat and you are in bad shape.
So yeah, we're gonna mask it off now and then we'll catch up with you guys. All right, Danny, tell the people what we're doing.
So
what product we're using.
We're using, what are we using? CK quartz, right?
Yeah.
CQ.
This is the same people that make UK
UK 3.0. Carpro.
Carpro, true.
Yep, so right now I'm just putting this microfiber on the block they provide, little sponge block, to make it more easy to apply to the clear coat right there, and yeah, we should be good to go now.
What do you think? On the wheel we only really need 1 coat, right?
Yeah, I think you'll be good with 1 coating.
One
in
pass.
the future, you could do another coating on top. You can always add, but yeah, I mean, it's inside the vehicle. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna apply a thin strip to our microfiber here. Just drag it all the way down. That's enough. Put our cap back on, and then just go ahead and start applying. And when you do this, you want to make sure to do it in a cross-hatch pattern, just because of how jagged clear coat is. If you were to look at it under a microscope, you'd see. So you just want to get it covered evenly all around. Make sure you don't miss a spot. Go underneath.
Personal detail. Let's go. And then we're just gonna buff it out, correct?
Exactly. So we're gonna let it cure. You're gonna see like a rainbow pattern.
You're gonna see rainbow in the color?
You're gonna see like a little rainbow effect, so that's how you know it's flashing.
True. How long does that usually take?
So it depends on the weather. Today it's actually pretty hot out, so it's probably gonna happen a lot quicker, but if you do it inside room temperature, I mean, you have a good few minutes. Carpro ceramic is pretty forgiving.
For sure.
So I think we're pretty good.
Nice. Look at that gloss, boys. Danny's smart and ceramic coated all of his carbon fiber. Me, on the other hand, I haven't done that. But when I do get these wheels dialed in and possibly clear coated again, I'm going to definitely ceramic coat them because we definitely need that.
It's worth doing. Protects your carbon.
For sure,
protects the clear coat from potentially peeling in the long run.
Nice.
Sat for about 90 seconds or so. Decent flash time, so I can feel that there's no resistance. It's coming off nice and easy, so I'm just using a pearl weave microfiber to buff out the rest of the ceramic that's on there. Looks really good so far.
Hell yeah. Then we're gonna do the bottom real quick, and then I'm gonna let this thing cure probably for like 12 hours without touching the carbon.
Yeah, 12 hours minimum. The longer you wait, the better, but 12 hours should be good for a piece this size.
Yeah, but we're going on a rally tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's go. Got F80 Danny raising his rear just a tad.
Yeah, just a little bit because my front kind of monster trucking of how low my lip hangs, so I figured I'd try to even the gap a little bit more.
Yeah, but just showing him the ways.
Yes, sir.
Man's wrenching. But yeah, his driver's side was a little higher than the passenger side, but honestly, with Orlando roads and how many dips and potholes there are, it's honestly better for our lips to be higher than lower at the moment. We can always lower it, you know, in the future, but that's what we're doing now. And then we'll wrap up this video. All right, Danny is all done with his car, and then he's helping me actually with my front lip.
Yep.
We're gonna put on the remaining slip load that he has from his front lip onto mine, just for some added protection real quick before he's out of here. My lip's already scraped, but why not add the, you know, extra level of protection moving forward.
All right, getting the second side, guys. Nice and mint and protected. Yeah, the fitment's really good, honestly. The way it curves with the lip. Can't even see it. There we go. Perfect fitment.
Yeah. It's gonna save my lip, even though my lip is kind of already...
It's all good. Nobody's looking that close anyways.
All right, everybody. That's gonna wrap it up for this week's video. Shout out to Danny again.
Yes, sir.
Coming over.
Shout out to Viet, helping me out.
Creating that content. You already know. Open garage for anybody.
Yeah.
And then we have the wheel in right here. Ready for the rally tomorrow. Shout out to Danny for the ceramic coat. And then shout out to Jonathan for the color lock. It looks so hard. Comment down below what you guys think. But any last words?
Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.
As always. Take care. We'll see you on next week's video. Peace.